Hey, Dalvin, first time we've talked since you had to miss a game a few weeks ago. How tough was it sitting out and missing a game and seeing, you know, so many guys on the D line being out at the same time also?
Oh yeah, that was a tough one. Whenever you have to miss a game, it's tough on you. It's a big impact. But like you said, we had a lot of guys out, and that can definitely affect the D line just because of the rotation.
How have you seen Armin Loss improve just throughout this season?
Yeah, Armand been going crazy this year, and yeah, he just the way he comes and works every day. Just want to improve on his technique in the pass rush as well as the run game. His work ethic is unmatched, so he comes in every day ready to work.
Dalvin, what does it do for a defensive, for basically a front seven when you have a linebacker like Kendricks who can shoot a gap the way he does?
It makes our job a lot easier because it helps takes the double teams off us D tackles and things like that, and just helps us make the play a lot more easier rather than not having a guy who doesn't shoot the gap.
Having someone like that on your defense, I mean, just like everybody talks about his instincts, like how, just the stuff, the intangible stuff that he has. Like, what does that look like from a defensive player's perspective? Like, can you guys point that out? Like, just the little things he does that maybe you can't teach?
Oh yeah, just his athletic ability. Just like you said, instincts is the biggest thing. Some things I feel like EK was born with, and yeah, just the way he reads defense, offenses, and just hit gaps and stuff like that. Is some of that you can't teach at all.
You see a lot of Garrett Bradbury in practice. He seems to be playing well the last 2 weeks. What have you seen from him just going up against him in practice?
He's super quick, and he uses quickness to his advantage. And he can catch a lot of defensive tackles and nose guards off guard with his quickness. And one of the biggest things in offense, he know when he's gonna snap the ball and stuff like that. So it all works to his advantage.
Hey, Dalvin, as you're preparing to go against Justin Fields, obviously he's mobile, athletic, but he seems to be giving defenses chances to get after him too, just as a rookie. So what are you saying as far as that? Are you expecting to get some chances?
Yeah, he's super mobile. You have to be aware that he can extend plays at any given moment just with his feet. So when we're rushing him, we have to be careful not just to jump in gaps and get out your gap quick because he will take that gap and next thing you know, he might break a 20-yard run. So we have to be pretty gap disciplined in our rush lanes when we're going against him. But we have to affect him throughout the whole game. If that's batting the ball down or just being in his face when he has to throw and just get in his head a little bit.
Rookie quarterback, does he rely on his athleticism a little more maybe than a veteran mobile quarterback?
I would say yes, just because I feel like he's still getting in the groove of the NFL and he still has a lot to learn. So I would feel like he's a lot more focused on his mobility to help him out a lot.
How do you feel just about how muddled the NFC playoff picture is? I mean, 5 teams are 6 and 7.
Okay, say it again.
How crazy and muddled is the NFC playoff situation? You got 5 teams that are 6 and 7 now.
Oh yeah, it's crazy, but for us, all we can do is focus on one game at a time and take it day by day.
Have you started, I mean, you guys were off last Sunday. You'll be off this Sunday. Do you kind of look and start seeing how the teams you're competing with are doing and what have you?
Oh yeah, you end up watching a little bit of football, but you can't watch too much because you got to focus on your game also. So you watch some football and see how everybody's doing, and you just try to stay locked into the game and task at hand.
Yeah, you say you want to get in Fields' head a little bit. How important is it to do it early? You guys kind of did that with Big Ben too, kind of routed him early on and then got to him. How important is it to maybe do that earlier rather than later? Obviously,
I think it's super important to do it early. I feel like that's every week because if you get in the quarterback's head early on, like batting balls down, things like that, it just makes it a lot more easier to get to him later on in the game.
Dalvin, when leads are disappearing and you're on the field, do you get the same here we go again feeling that pretty much everyone else does?
It's not a here we go again feeling. It's more like let's get these corrections right so we could come out with the outcome we want.
Is there a different sense when the lead's disappearing? Do you guys play tighter, or what's it like when you're up 26-0 and whenever you're they're within one score?
I think it's the same intensity from a defensive standpoint. No matter we're up by 50 points or by 2 points, you have to come out there with the same energy.
What does peanut butter mean on your sweatshirt?
Oh, it's what Coach Dre came up with some years back. It's a little chant we do before the game.
Is the other part bad words?
Oh, a little
MMFJ.
something like that, yeah.
Any more for Dalvin? Thanks, everyone.
All right, thank you.